All right, let's see if that's any better. Thanks for the heads up there. Jump over and look at the. What the hell am I listening to? All right, so I guess give me some feedback and let me know. I'm gonna wait for the lag here to hear myself on the other end of this one. And I'll know if it is loud enough. All right, so I guess give me some feedback. All right, so yeah, going live again. So I've only been live for 5 or 6 hours today. Figured let's go live for more. So we'll see who else shows up and figure out what we're gonna do. And pretty sure I'm being double corked. So we'll see if anybody shows up to this one, and then what they want to chat about. And let's see, I've been trying to go live right at the top of the hour instead of being ready. So I don't have everything prepped here. I was gonna maybe dig into. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Start figuring out when some of these 2A rallies are gonna happen. So I'll just open this up and dig in. I guess if I do it this way, it's better for people. Not this way, and then screen share this one. Oops, screen share that one. It's a little bit bigger for everybody. Now I gotta look over here, and it's smaller for me. So anyway, we're going to see when some 2A rallies are. Tomorrow in Phoenix, it looks like there's one. And then there's 2 of them tomorrow. Look at that. So I guess it's finding 2 different calendars out there. That have the same rally. Some sort of Second Amendment rally on Facebook. Oh, that's the one from November 2nd, 2019. How about a rally calendar? Second Amendment rally tickets. Tickets. North Carolina, you need tickets. Fancy. The bus to the Virginia rally is sold out. So we got iGold. Do I have my cheat sheet in here? I do. Oh, here's a little bonus I just forgot to mention earlier, that everything that went out today, because it is Free Patch Friday, so if anybody does start listening to this show, feel free to buy stuff, because it's just Chris out there. So anybody that already bought stuff, that means you. I'm going to throw in some of the printouts from the thing I showed people on Patreon. Can't really read them, but at least you got a little piece of the development of this project I've been working on. Now I'm looking for some list I had of all the different 2A rallies in this book somewhere. This music's got me all edgy. Gets me all on edge. It's all jumpy. All right, so this says iGold, and we know that iGold is April 1st. Where'd my mouse go? I have wireless headphones on, so I'll still be able to hear you, but I'm going to the kitchen to get something to snack on. Won't be near the keyboard. Right on. Well, I think you're the only one here, so it's just you and me. I'm looking for 2A rallies, though, so it's not like you got to be there looking at nothing. Bans weapons. I don't know where that is. Virginia Citizens Defense League, calendar, PA. Helicopter footage shows massive crowds. Event calendar, Access Washington. Restore Washington rally. That's all it's about. 214. Restore Washington rally. Was there a rally in Washington State today? Yeah, this music has got me all jumpy. I feel like I drank too much coffee. This one is called Sense of Humor. It's under dance and dramatic. So this is basically the equivalent of listening to a dramatic dance. You're welcome. Second Amendment rally, November 2nd in 2019. Yeah, we don't care about that. DC Second Amendment rally, Michigan State upcoming events. Michigan. I had one in February or in January in Michigan. Oh, this one's doing the same thing to me. I don't know what this is. Michigan State Capitol upcoming events. I don't see anything here about guns, though. Does Michigan even care about guns, though? Oh, there we go. Second Amendment in March. 8/17. I guess they do care about Second Amendment. A little bit. If I keep doing this, my dog's going to go start trance dancing again. All right, where are we putting this? I guess on the back of this page. So we're going to say that this is Mitch Agin. And it is 9/17. 2020. And it is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Copying off of Arizona, I see. Whatever. Copy off our times. I don't care. Michigan can't come up with their own times. That's just how it's going to be. So there's one in Michigan. So we found one new one. Gun Right Rally, Virginia. In the wake of Virginia. San Diego Gun Rights Rally. What's all this about? San Diego County Gun Owners, SDGO. I follow them on the Instagrams. Gun Prom. Gun Sports Radio. What's this Gun Prom all about? May 16th. I'm assuming that's this year. And it wasn't last year. When did it say it was? August? May. So if I go back to the calendar and I go forward to May, am I going to find it in there? Gun show. Glock seminar. I don't see it. Monthly meeting. I still don't see it. I do not see it. So maybe that was last year's. I don't see it here either. So maybe I don't know when that is. Dinner, is what they're calling it. Second Amendment celebration dinner. It's only $99, or a whole table for $1,000. A wine table. for $1,600 and a champagne table for $3,000. Dang, I wish they would have put the year in there, because now I have no idea if that's for this year. Oh, I guess I could look and see if May 16th is a Saturday. May 16th is a Saturday. I'm going to put it in here. I'm putting it in here. San Diego gun owners, May 16th. And this is 5:30 Gun prom. What's prom stand for? I don't know. That's all it means is it's I thought it was short for something. Why is a prom called a prom? Oh, promenade. See, I knew it was something else. A formal introductory parading of guests at a party. The prom can be traced back to simple co-ed banquets that the 19th century American universities held for each year's graduating class. Colorado. Do I have Colorado in here? Anytime there's an excuse to go to Colorado is an excuse to go see Dragon Man. Colorado. Hopefully this is actually one, because I just wrote it in here. That says 19th. So this is from fucking last year. Dang it. I wrote it in there for no reason. There is no Colorado one. Coloradans don't like having rallies. So this one is called Atrocious. No, I don't know what it is. Atris Groovemacher. Atris Groovemacher. So I guess nobody's watching, but if anybody is watching out there that wants to throw in, if they know about any 2A rallies, then put them in here so I can put them on my list. Let's see. Mom's Demand Action. Great. List the Second Amendment sanctuaries, estimates on the blah, blah, blah. Thousands in Virginia, updates from Protect Us, Not Guns. I didn't know that on September 25th, a couple of days before our rally on November 2nd, there was a Protect Us, Not Guns demonstration in D.C. on the same place we were standing. I wonder how that went. Hey, maybe I should plug in my computer, huh? Thanks for telling me. Rally to end gun violence, because there's no violence, there's only gun violence. Regular violence is okay, we don't have to end that, but the gun violence has to end. The gun violence needs to end. Rally True Hundreds. Where's the rally? Virginia Gun Rally. That's not what we're looking for. March for Our Lives. ABC News. No, this isn't DC though. That is also not DC. This could easily be our rally. So how do we get more about this? The torch. September 25th, 2019. I mean, very comparable from this angle. More girls in this one. Nothing of use there. Passengers on bus prepare to take to the streets while music plays in the background. Wow, why do they have that music blasted so loud? I would be pissed. Plus, that bus looks fairly empty. They don't want thoughts or prayers. They want action. Here we go. Now we got a pretty good idea how many people were there. Well, I could probably do the same thing I did. They all wore black shirts, so it's a little tougher. They're going to smush together in this lighting. And now they got everybody lay down. Come on, look around. Why are you looking at people? Don't you even understand how to document what you're supposed to be doing? It's like a massive selfie fest. They refuse to show how many people are actually there. I think it was very few people compared to our rally. Looks like about half of the size of our rally. They made them all lay down too, and they had piss and poop. That's mean. It wasn't that, what do you call it? They did the same thing that Chris did at ours. They made everybody come together. That wasn't very effective. It would be definitely neat to compare and contrast. I wonder if they had helicopters flying above them like we had helicopters flying above ours. Because, you know, they were taking pictures for all the stuff that was going on because there was that whole sports thing happening during ours. I'm still looking at anti-gun crap. Gun owners in Washington, D.C. Oh, I should put in here state 2A rally. Duh. A timeline of 2020 gun rights rally. Oh, no, that's one in Virginia. Illinois, iGold. We already know about that one. Everybody knows about iGold. Is anybody watching this? Does anybody know about where there's lists of 2A rallies? So these are a hashtag. This is a site. This is a page. Hashtag and hashtag. Bring wire cutters. These are all the Arizona one. This is from 19. So these don't matter. 2A rally, hashtag 2A rally. This is top, so then this will be recent. We got Arizona. Here's the Ohio one. Ohio 5-4, April 25th. How does that happen? So I got two different ones for Ohio. So this one is saying Patriots Day 2A rally, April, so 4/25. Is that 2020? Let's find that out. At 10 a.m. to noon, so a 2-hour one. Ohio. I had it down as 5-4, so there's something different. Where'd my mouse go? 2A rally, April 25th, 2020, 10 to 12. This will be replacing the previously one scheduled on May 4th. There you fucking go, right there. Scribble this one out. Canceled, as they would say in Ohio, in Columbus. So this one is at the Ohio State House. All right, yeah, so let's do something about this. Put it on my thing right now. Oh, lost our music here. So this is called Glacier, ambient and calm. So this will chill you out. Maybe chilled out. Quit being anxious out there. It's Valentine's Day. I can't believe more people ain't listening to my podcast. A lot of people say that the Daily Gun Show is for lovers. A lot of times people get all romantic, all like lovey-dovey, and then they'll turn on this podcast. A lot of couples listen to this podcast. Just have some background music for their business. Brownell's had an upcoming list. All right, thanks. I know it looks like a giant pile of vomit, but it's actually a giant pile of chicken. Yeah, which is actually vomit. So, Patriot. No, what is this? The Ohio's for concealed carry. So this is just some dude's post? Oh, he's got a whole bunch of them in here. Okay. All right, I'll just link to that guy's account then. What is it? Red dot redhead. Red dot redhead. Sounds racist. Is that racist? I didn't. You can give me to say redhead or give me to say racist shit on here. Why isn't it showing up? Wife's gun shop. What does that mean? Red. No. Red dot. Come on. Oh, I got it spelled wrong. No wonder it's not finding it. Now, once you spell it right. All right, good. So now I can just start posting those. So then you said Brownells has one, and that's good to know. I'll go over here. Not now. F off. Instagram. Brownells. Seriously, gonna have to make more of this out here. Oh, I gotta write an N in there now. Come on. You gotta spell it right and shit. L, come on. L, I hate you. I hate Instagram. There it is. Upcoming rallies. So, Arizona, got it. Iowa, 227, got it. Second Amendment, iGold, April 1st, got it. Saturday, April 18th, Washington State. Saturday, April 18th. Uh-oh. March for our rights. Saturday, April 18th. No, I don't have that one in here. So Washington. April 18th, so 4/18/2020. And that is from 12 to 4. That's interesting. They do theirs later in the day because of all the coffee they drink. Let's see. Then we got Georgia. I don't think I got a Georgia one in here. Nope. So that means we got a Georgia one. And theirs is the We the People one on April 25th, so the same day as Ohio. And it's the only one that day. And only two that day. So April 25th. And then that doesn't say what time it is. And is that even a real thing? Lincolnton? Have ever heard of who the hell is to put a ton at the end of Lincoln? They're just trying to be obnoxious about that. Oh, it's Valentine's Day, so we're gonna play this one called Love Song for the lovers that are out there. Don't get anything on the couch. Just like when you're at the gym, you have to wipe it up when you're done. When you get up and leave, wipe it off after you're done. So next is Topeka, Kansas, and Charleston, West Virginia on 2/17. 2/17. Kansas, I already have Kansas in here for 2/17. What the hell would they do one on like a Monday? They're doing it on Monday? And Charleston, West Virginia. Is that really a place? Charlestown, West Virginia. Dang, there's a whole bunch of them. 2/17. So there's no way to get to that one. Not for me. So that's Charleston, West Virginia on 2/17. And I have no idea where the hell that is. Charles. I shouldn't be doing it this way. I'm doing it like an idiot. I'm doing it on paper, like an old-fashioned boomer. 229 is in Colorado. There's two of them in Colorado? 229. Holy shit. That's like in 3 days. No, it isn't. It's at the end of the month. Shit. So, what did I have? Colorado? Oh, I did have Colorado written here. And it turns out there is one in Colorado. And it is on 2/29, 2020, 1 to 3. It has to be over by 4:20 in Colorado. Otherwise, everybody will leave. And that's in Loveland, Colorado. Holy crap, look at how many of them are on March 10th. There's a ton of them on March 10th. So I don't have any of them in here on March 10th. And I don't have a Tennessee one in here. I did have a New Hampshire, but mine said it was going to be on March 14th. And we have a Minnesota on March 4th. And we know Ohio is 4/25 based on something else we just seen. So some of these are already conflicting. At least this additional lobby dates that we're aware of conflicts. When did they post this? 1 day ago. That's nice. So then, thanks for being involved. Shut up. Every manufacturer that sells would have a vested interest, lack of involvement on their behalf. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. This Thursday, February 20. At the Utah. No, that was February. No, Utah was the 8th. Is there another one? Oh, that's something else. So thanks again, Mountain Pew, for not even putting something in there that anybody's invited to. Next Friday is their Nebraska one. Anybody who puts in next Friday doesn't understand that other people might not know when you're stating that, especially on a stupid platform like Instagram. So Pat's not very aware. So today, next Friday would be the 21st. So allegedly, according to Pat, who doesn't know shit about typing shit on the internet, he says that there's going to be one on 221 next Friday, 221. At the Capitol. But he also spells capital like it's a capital letter. So there's Pat. Nebraska, according to Pat. I'll write in here. Thanks, Pat. Wayfair, whatever. Don't care because you didn't put a date. Thank you for posting this. I wasn't expecting this from Brownells. I very much expected from one group I'm a benefactor member of and another I just started paying for a life. Kind of the reason I have memberships. Thanks again. Ugh. You see the Loveland date? Yes, sir. I will forever buy from Brownells because of this. Oh my God. Boo. 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 Good. All right. Sitting here trying to type out all I didn't realize you're looking at the same thing on my screen. Oh, no worries. Thanks for typing it in there. Because you know what? You typed it in there over here. Let me highlight it. Number one. Now I can highlight it. So thank you. Right. So now they're on the screen in front of people. And let's put something cooler in front of them than that. How about blue? And then, so that's useful. But then they're in here. So you've typed them. They're on the internet. That's literally doing more than a shit ton of people who ain't typing shit on the internet because they figure it's already written on the internet. Except the internet is an aggregate of all the things that are written there. So things get weight by how many times they're written and how many times they're cross-linked. But nah, somebody else has already done it. So yeah, that definitely not a waste of time at all or effort. Let's see, this one sucks. I'm changing it. This one is called Lord Get You Some. This also sucks. So I'm changing it to Into the Sky. They're all slow and boring. Let me get past all these here. This one's called Pop and Calm, called Exhale. All right, let me put these back over here. So now we got Iowa. Did we already have Iowa? I thought we did. Iowa, 227. Yes. North Carolina. Nope, that has nothing to do with nothing. Stick to Your Guns rally in North Carolina, February 15th. Well, that doesn't do anybody any good because that already happened. Or actually, that's today. Tomorrow. So, North. Anybody going to the North Carolina one tomorrow? 2:15 from 5:30. That gives them plenty of time to get there. 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Wherever the hell Fletcher is. Oh man, you're gonna get a special guest of some dude. And then let's see, there's a 2A thing in New York. Are you kidding me? Rally in Albany, New York on Tuesday, June 2nd. Yeah, I'm going to immediately quit using this stupid thing because this is stupid. Write it on a piece of paper. There's too many of them. This is awesome. So there's that one. Rally in Salt Lake City on February 8th. So that one already happened. Rally in Topeka on the 17th. We knew about that one. Yep. And then you got January 31st already happened. Wednesday, April 1st. Eigold. Everybody knows about Eigold. June 27th, Texas. What do you mean Texas is happening? Are you kidding me? Texas is happening. Texas, June 6, 27, 2020. What is this? Frankfort, Kentucky, January is the state organized the NRA rally in Frankfort, Kentucky. Oh, that already happened. January 31st. I went to this one. All right, and then we got New Hampshire, March 14th. We already knew about that one, right? New Hampshire, 3/14, yes, but I didn't know that it was from 12 to 2 and that it was Armed Attire Concord. He's in Concord. I've been inviting Cycle. I don't know if he's going to go, though, to these kind of things. West Virginia CDO. Nice. We got that one. Ohio State Capitol. May 4th. We got that. Nope. That one was changed to 4/25, right? And then the Virginia. So that's a cool site, or that's a cool page right there. That's somebody who's here to inform on company rallies, events, proposed legislation. Wife to Fudd's Gun Shop. Followed by Gun Freedom Radio. Fudd's Gun Shop. Where's this place at? Is this a real gun shop? Or is this just some meme lord? This is a meme fiend. Oh, I was thinking I'd give them whatever. Nope. All they are is fakery. So they're nothing. They're just a meme lord. But this site's pretty decent, unless these are all bullshit. I guess this could all be fake news, anti-gun shit for all I know. So that's the Ohio one. And now we can go to 2A rally and see what they got going on. Of course, theirs is all going to be about the Arizona one. Here's Gabby waving our flag around. Nothing else. Come on. They could have done a little bit more with other people's rallies instead of just their own. But whatever. I don't give a shit how they run their page. Then there's that guy again. And then who's this one? This is either Pincus or Jeff, probably. Loveland, Colorado, February 29th. Got it. Ohio. Capital tomorrow. Utah shooter 6 days ago. That doesn't do us any good. Patriots Day rally, April 25th. Columbus, Ohio. We got that one. Arizona. anybody text Eric ever for this? I never did. I don't like texting people. This one's called Mist from Odinus. 7 minutes. That's pretty good. You don't get 7-minute videos or 7-minute songs over here very often. Let's see. There's Pinkus making a noise. There's a rally in Virginia. There's that. There's that. What's all this? Before you go, blah, blah, blah. 20, I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? Okay. Oh, there's another one. Went to it. Going to it. Bank. Oh, that's the one in Illinois. Everybody knows about 123. Over. Okay, those are all over. All right, so those are all the ones we got from there. I don't have any. That was all the tags. Can't find any over here. Nobody else came up with any over here. You're talking about the one in Kentucky, yeah. Hawaii legislator has proposed constitutional amendment to require state to produce housing to meet demand. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about, like I say, I appreciate it, but the idea is to get a lot of people involved a little bit so that everybody's sort of pulling and nobody has to be doing all the work, especially with financial, but more so with all the other stuff that's going on. So do appreciate it, but we'll keep it going. So then with all of that, I think what I'm going to do next is I think I'm going to shove them into a new Google Doc. And which page, where can I do that privately? I can do that privately over here. So over here, you can go look at, I don't know, I'll scroll through these. Oh no, I can't scroll through those. You can just look at these robot pictures. While I go look for a new Google Doc so that I can put these things somewhere. And I'm going to say new, and I'm going to say sheet. And then we'll close that. All right. So now that wasn't hard. I just didn't want you to see all my personal business. So now we can go up to the new Google Doc and we'll put in 2020 2A rally. So maybe I'll put in 2A rally. Rallies, then 2020. So now we got 2A rallies, and now we'll start listing these things. Except now we're going to use the power of 2 screens and not waste my time over here like a punk. So we will stop screen sharing, and then we'll start screen sharing the real screen that I paid money for. We'll bring this thing over and stick it like over here. Move this up in the air. Hopefully you can still hear me. So I'm looking at this screen again. And then we'll take this, cram it over here. I guess I could also take this now and cram it over here and then get everything in here. And now I can see what y'all are saying. I can steal everything from this page right here and I can shove it over here. Perfect. Oh yeah, and then Brownells, right? So I can go back to my history and look through here, and there's Brownell's page. So I'm going to steal everything off of Brownell's too. Oh wait, I can't because they didn't write anything down at all. So all these people that are drooling at Brownell's, all they did is take an image. This image, you know what it means to the internet? Here's what it means to the internet. Yeah, nothing, because the internet can't read this yet. We're doomed when the internet can read images, but until then, this is nothing. This is a JPEG on the internet. You need to write all this stuff down. So me writing it on a piece of paper is equally as worthless. I mean, it's nice that they did it. Some human beings today are gonna, when they see it, are gonna like it. But in the future, 10, well, too many years in the future, yeah, AI will be able to read this. They won't bother. Maybe they will, but it'll be of little consequence. It'll just be history. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to write it all down. So thanks, Brownells. We'll use that as a backup. But this page, the meme lord's wife, I guess, like put actual words in here if I can get to them. There we go. So there's like literally words here that I can use and that the internet's going to read. So now I can go Columbus, Ohio. Put that in here. It won't read it on my Google Doc, but I'll put this out on the rest of the world or the rest of the internet also. I like how they bought the date there. That's handy. So if you're writing something to actually be useful to another human being, writing in Saturday, April 25th is a lot better than writing in like whatever the hell Iowa did, or I mean Kansas, 2/17. Stupid idiots. That's like saying they might as well have they should have said Monday, February 17th, so that immediately people know, oh, I need to take a day off of work because of somebody scheduled it for a Monday. Ohio State House. So I can put all this data in here now. And then we can start zapping this around as actual, useful text, readable text. And I guess I'll just write Ohio like this. So I guess we'll do it like this. State, city, dates, time, location, and what else we might need. So then I bold that, and on pretty much every spreadsheet you can go to something like view, or so maybe sometimes you can pull something down, and then I freeze that first row. So now as I scroll, no matter how big this list gets, I'll always have these headers right here. And then to make it even easier, I'll just highlight the whole thing and make them like 12. So they're a little bit bigger than everything else. And then that way I can just see them there as I grow this list. Let's see. That'll be useful when I start to put things in between and stuff. Because if I go down here to start putting things in between, I don't want to forget where stuff might be. All right. So then that one's rescheduled. I'm going to say replacing the scheduled event on May 4th. And that might be useful as a note. Well, that's 7 minutes went quick. So this one is called Gone by Elephant, I think. I don't know what they're spelling. It's like elephant without any vowels in it. Next is Iowa. Des Moines. That's how that's pronounced. Des Moines, Iowa. And that's on Thursday, February 27th. Look at that. This is somebody who is the opposite of a meme lord. This is somebody who actually wants to get information across to humans. 10 a.m. I'll type 10 a.m. because I'm not going to do that. And then, I only have one key on this keyboard. 10 a.m. and at the Capitol building. Right on. So that's working. Next, we'll go to this one. Somebody saying something over here? What works for the military works for me. What's all that about? Oh, maybe you guys are saying something. I opted, let's see. I'm going to flip to this one because then I can highlight them. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, I thought that was the thing. I named this thing. Your limit is expired. Is about to expire because I'm about to run out of time on the snooty duck. Let's see. So I opted in for that text thing put out for rallies. It pretty much said what Brownell said. It sends you like a new text every time there's an update, or I'm just curious. If you would, maybe take some screen captures of your phone and post them. I'm just kind of curious. You don't have to turn up. Our lawmakers are insane. Imagine government employees trying to build a structure, free houses for the homeless. There's a lack of affordable housing, so nobody local can afford to buy my condo. Government take over healthcare, so I don't know blah blah. What works for military works for me. Michelle Felon, bills passed. Time's up. You gotta go somewhere? All right, so that was Iowa, and now we're. What is this? That's something else. Then we get to Fletcher, North Carolina. And this one is Saturday, February 15th. 5:30 to 7:30. And the WNYC Agricultural Center. So now instead of typing in here, like I could get in the habit of typing in here, but what you're going to happen is you're going to get the formatting. So if I were to type this in over here, it's probably going to try to turn into some sort of email address, right? It's going to add all the code. It's trying to help me out. Notice this one went to some screwy font and some different size than this one. This one is size 10 and it's default. This one is some other font and it's size 11. This one is that same font, size 11. So instead, I can delete those. I can grab that email and I can highlight the box I want to shove it into, but then shove it into this data line. And when I shove it into the data line, it's data and all the code is stripped away. So it doesn't try to help me. And that's what it's been trying to do is like try to keep the formatting. So if I click on that box and I paste up into there, I got the same thing, but it's still Arial 11. Now I put the format in there, so it's going to stay there. But anyway, the format stayed when I should have undoed instead of just deleted. So now when I undo, the format is still default in 10. Now I will copy and drop into this box and it'll stay default in 10. If I go grab this email, which I don't need, I'm just doing this for example, then, oops, copy. When I drop the email, you son of a bitch, when I drop this web address up here, it did turn into a web address, so anyway, you get the point. So that's why I'm dropping it up here instead of down here. I just don't want to fight the formatting. But now that I've got two in here, I'm going to start to shuffle them around a little bit. So this Iowa one should come after this one. And then Ohio, obviously in April, is way the hell out. So what I'm going to do is start to give myself some room so I don't have to individually move every single one around. This is nice, though, because then they've got pictures and stuff, too. So looks like there's a couple of people saying they're going to go to this one. Whoever Northern Bozak is going to that one. That's cool. Now we get one in Albany, New York. Oh, wait, when is this one? June, May, June, April, May, June. So way out here. Oh, you fucker. Put it way out here. Paste. See the music stops. So now I'm putting one on called Songs of Mirrors. Thanks for that. I'm just kind of curious to see what the format is. Clover tried to use a texting thing for a while, but I guess it was expensive or it cost like per text, so it wasn't worth it for him at his scale. But with Eric, it must be a different situation. Plus, I don't know how many people are signing on to it, so it might be interesting to see how he's formatting that. I've been debating killing my newsletter, and because that costs like $15 a month or something. So to save some bills or whatever, I was thinking about killing newsletter, and I don't know if I'd replace it with a text thing. Maybe that's the future. Are the kids texting these days? Is that how they do this? State Capitol building. I think the future is texting and paging. It's like it's the new paging. Next is the rally in Salt Lake City, Ute. This one's on February 8th, so this one's immediate. Oh. And then I'll put the date in the date place. (11 a.m. to 3 p.m.) And this will be State Capitol building. This will be an armed open carry rally. A large asteroid headed to Earth, supposedly missed by 2 million miles tomorrow morning. If it doesn't miss, it's been fun. 2 million miles is a close call. Something after high school. P-ROM. Yep. Not afraid of no meteor. If there was a meteor coming, we would basically just send up some people and drill a hole in it and put nukes in it. We already know all about this. Salt Lake City on February 8th. Oh, that's Utah. Holy moly, is it getting hot and cold in here. Wish it was getting hot. No, I don't wish it was getting hot. I got to think about this cold and then think about how it's gonna be and appreciate the cold. I'm trying to appreciate the cold. It's not super cold. It's uncomfortably cold for me, but it's not dangerously cold or nothing. But it's certainly uncomfortable. So I got to think about that horrible, horrible, horrible heat that's coming. And how I would want to remember this. At the governor's office. That's interesting. And this is Kansas. Kansas. I wish you can. You can't pull these images either. Frankfurt, KY. Oh, that one already happened. That's the one you were at. Springfield, LLL. Put this one in here. April 1st. (10:30 a) Houston, Tejas. June, April, May, June 27th. They're definitely way out there. And then I'm just trying to consolidate the formatting, I guess, keeping a consistent formatting. Details are not set in stone. So TBA. New Mexico, that one already happened. Concord, New Hampshire. March 14th. Got 2 notes on this one. And do we know where this one is? No. State House. Concord. All right. Oh, the music stopped here. Heaven and Hell Part 2. Okay. All right. Let's see. Not looking forward to. Let's see. I don't see how you had newsletter. I use texting a lot and hope for alerts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really use the newsletter. I haven't used it in a year. It's just been sitting there. I'm not looking forward to the heat either. I have a bump sticker on my truck. Giant meteor. That suck. So I guess that's HVS taken off for the night. Thanks for jumping in. Let's see. Next is Phoenix Rally, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is how that's pronounced. And that is February 15th. Oh, why did I put that one in there for February 8th? That one already happened. Okay. Well, I guess I'm putting some past ones in here. So now if you want to move a bunch of stuff in here, you can just highlight it all. Shift it down. Another way is to highlight a few rows over here and then insert, and it'll insert as many as you highlighted. So that'll insert 5 right away. All right, I got to get something to drink. So I'm going to mute for, no, I'm going to leave this music on really loud, and you can look at this boring screen for a minute and watch yourselves chat over here. All right. And ours is from 10 to 2. Today's our birthday. Arizona's birthday. We were born on Valentine's Day, 1918, although I don't think there was a Valentine's Day in 1818. They made today Valentine's Day because Arizona's so good. All right, next up is West Virginia. Monday, February 17th, just like Kansas. So, of course, Kansas gets to go first because alphabetically. State capital. Where's the state capital of West Virginia? I don't know where the state capital of West Virginia is. Montclair? What the hell is the state capital? Actually, I just wrote it in here. Are you kidding? You're going to tell me the damn city? Charleston. All right, thanks for jumping in. See you tomorrow. Or see you whenever. All right, so there's February Aries. Well, in the middle of West Virginia. This is at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. And then February 17th. Oh, I knew that. It's the same as this one. So when you pull one down, it's going to try to help you again. So it's going to go to the next increment. So in this case, it's going to try to go to the next date. So that's why I went from 27 to 28 right there. So I just had to pull this one down and then change it from 18 back to 17 because it's trying to help me. All right, so now we've got a bunch of February ones, a March one, a couple of Aprils. So I can highlight those two and just delete those rows, and now they're together. Let's see, then we get to Columbus, Ohio. And that'll be on May 4th, April, May. So we don't have a May yet. Let's add a couple of rows in there. And we've been doing that abbreviation there. Oh, wait a minute. There's two Ohios. So there is no May 4th one. I'm going backwards. That's what it is. Okay, so that was going backwards through their list. Their Ohio one was edited, changed by this last one. All right, so that's all of them from their list. Now we'll go check it with Brownells. So I've got the Capitol Lawn in Phoenix in Arizona. Got it. I can do this. And then I can say Iowa. Got it. Do this. iGold. Got it. Do this. March for Our Rights, Washington State. Do not have that one. So that would be April 18th. We'll stick it in between here. So I can say Washington, state capital in Olympia. And then I guess I should capitalize in it instead of putting apostrophe O. And then that is going to be Saturday, April 18th. One, so 18, no, not 2020. And I guess I'll go with the. I guess I gotta write it out. Dang it. So now I got to figure out how to reformat that so it looks the same as the others. Date, more formats. Dang it. Let me just change it from this one to this one and change it to the 18th. So now it's April 18th from 2 to 4. So we're going to take that one and turn it into that one and change it into 2 to 4. Same thing. They got to be over by 4 p.m. because if they're 4:20, everybody will leave. And then Washington State Capitol. So I'll just write State Capitol. All right, turn this music back on. This one's called Images of Tomorrow. I did not get over there to look at the endings, so I don't know. Like I say, I owe them money, so I have to wait for some of the money that came in from sales today to hit my account. It doesn't hit my account immediately, and then go over there probably Monday and pay them, and then I can check my mail. So they probably got there. I don't know if you've been tracking. They probably got there. They're just sitting in my box. I haven't. Depending on how big they are, I can't get them out anyway because I say I have to pay them. All right, so Washington State Capitol, but I didn't go anywhere today anyway. I was online for 6 hours drawing cartoons and stuff, trying to raise some money, and then I think you were here for that, and then it was only a couple hours, and then we're doing this one. Is my mic on? Yeah, my mic's on. So then let's see, Washington State. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Definitely helps for sure. Like I can't tell you how broken I am, but hoping to fix that. So we'll change it. We're entrepreneurial. Washington State Capital. What am I missing? Organized by March for Rights. I don't care what any of that is. So then we got Washington done. Constitution Rally 2020, Georgia. I don't have that one in here. So that's April 25th. So they get to go in front of Ohio because of alphabetical. And that is in this weird state I've never heard of. Lincoln, Lincolnton. Oh, Lincolnton. What is that? April 25th is going to be Saturday, April 25th. So I'll just take that, paste it, and avoid all that bullshit. And then it doesn't say what times. So then it doesn't say where. 1776 we the people.com. Must be some sort of contact. So now we got Georgia in there. Loveland, Colorado. And that is on February 29th. And we don't have that one in here either. That was a big cough. So then Colorado. And that one is on Saturday, February 29th. So we will go to Saturday and place it here and then change that to the 29th. And then 1 to 3, 1P, 2, 3P. And that is, doesn't say where. Right on. Damn. So there's this many more in February still. 1 in March, only 1 in all of March, 4 in April, 2 in June, 2 in June. So then we have the ones that they think they know about. 217 in Kansas. We got that. Charleston, West Virginia on 217. We got that. We got the Loveland, Colorado that they have up here from 1 to 3. But they're saying there might be one on 229 in Colorado. No, they already got that one for Colorado. I don't know what the hell they're thinking here. And then they got one on 310, March 10th. They suggest that there might be 3. So we're going to insert 3 rows. That there might be one in Tennessee. That there might be one in Ohio, which there ain't. They thought there was going to be one on March 4th. They think there's going to be one in North New Hampshire, which is on the March 14th. Excuse me, and then Minnesota. Is that how you spell Minnesota? So now we got to go find out about those. All right, and then I don't give a shit about the rest of their crap. So they do one post, and people are like, I'm always going to buy from you for the rest of the time because you did this post. That's how much you care. Let's see how many posts they've done. They've done 4,400 posts, but they care because they wrote one post here. They care. All right. Wilderness Tactical. No wonder I couldn't find her when I was looking for the wilderness earlier. Oh, I'm on gear. That's why. So next, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a Minnesota 2A rally. And I don't know how to spell it, so let's see if that's right. 2A rally. Oh, you know, I know where to go look for that. MN Fun Caucus. No, I don't see anything here about one. Ram light, yeah, definitely. They were little magnetic sights that you put on like a 1911 and stuff. They were at all the gun shows and stuff. Not my thing, so I never. This one's called "Let's Go Home" by Jeremy Blake. I never owned. Did I own a set? I never owned a set. I've played with them though at gun shops and stuff. Here we go. Gun owners rally to defend the second, April 18th. So it'll be in that one. Now I'm going to get rid of all of these lines through them by just clicking them all off. Boom. Because that was just to keep track of what do you call it, was doing over there. So it looks like theirs is on April 18th. So we're going to move all of this stuff up one, move Minnesota down one, copy this, paste it here, defend the state capitol rotunda. So they're going to have weird formatting. It's going to look white. So if I were to just type that there, it would look weird. So instead, I'm going to type it up here. And then we know it's from 11 to 1. Thank you. So put that in here. This definitely has music and stuff to it. This one, that's rare. All right. So there you go. I'm going to put this link in my notes. All right. And now we'll go, say, Tennessee 2A rally. This definitely sounds like something they'd play in my gym. All right, I can't find one for Tennessee, so I'm guessing they don't have one. I think they would have said something about it. Let me type Tennessee in here. Let's see what comes up for hashtag Tennessee. Grease. Glutens. Sports. Tater tots. None of this shit reminds me of Tennessee at all. Of course, I only went to Tennessee for the most part to go fishing, so none of that shit's fishing. All right, let's see. The Ram Light guy is pretty interesting. I don't know. Try to remember the guy, but all right. I mean, I'm not saying I am because I don't interview hardly anybody unless they're 2A anymore. But maybe. All right. I kind of wanted to put all the existing ones in here too because there was quite a few of them. We had ones in Washington, California, Michigan, Virginia, Florida, Rhode Island, Kentucky, New Mexico, Utah, all before today. So between the beginning of the year and today, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna put them in here because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. So let's see. We got Tennessee is an unknown wild card, and we're deleting it because for all we know, Tennessee doesn't even like guns anymore. And then we're gonna do this and drag these down so I got more room. Uh-oh. Now, who the hell was organized by the Women's League in New Hampshire? Who the hell could that be? Oh, it's this one. So then now we've got plenty of room here for the ones that already happened. What did I say, 9? So you can highlight a group, and if you look to the bottom of your spreadsheets, usually it'll tell you like how many you've selected. Of course, this one doesn't, so what are you going to do? On a real spreadsheet, I would know. I wouldn't have to count. It would just tell me down here somewhere like, you've selected 8. But whatever. So then they were mostly during SHOT Show. So we had 1-on-1 7th. No, my Utah's was on the 8th. Of February. So they're actually down here. So then we had one in Washington. We had California. We had Michigan. Then we had Virginia. And we had Florida. Rhode Island. And Kentucky. And what's New Mexico? There's a New Mexico. And this one is called Finally by Max McFerrin. That's what I was going to say. It made me think that the guy who I'm thinking of was different in some way. And it could easily be that he had some kind, does he have like a really thick accent or something? So now I'm going to take a second and double check off of mine here. So I've got Iowa on 227. Yes. I got Minnesota on 3-4, which has been changed. Oh, what's the capital of Minnesota? St. Paul? I don't remember what the capital is in Minnesota. So then Minnesota on 3-4, but it got changed to, or mine says it's 3-4. But so then we got Minnesota on 418. Minnesota 418. Yes. Okay, so now Illinois on 41. We have that one. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Oh, is there a Pennsylvania one coming that no one knows about? So I'm going to call it 10. And then we got New Hampshire. The New Hampshire, and I knew that it was from 12 to 2, but I didn't know when. Now I know when. Oh, no, I did know when. 314, good. Then we got Michigan. Who knew about the Michigan one on 917? Where'd that come from? Where did I find a Michigan? Was anybody remember where I found the Michigan one for September 17th? Oh, 917. What? Thursday, 917. That doesn't make any sense. Leave it like that for now. And then the San Diego Gun Owners Gun Prom on May, June, so that'll go under. I guess I'll add one here. San Diego. And that will be May 16th. Did I find that just by searching for them? Is that what it was? Michigan. Oh, I just found that at the Capitals thing. That's right. Michigan open carry, Michigan gun owners. Oh, look, you can't highlight. Assholes. What a stupid thing to do. All right, you can't highlight. You can right click and say view page source, and then you can look for Second Amendment March, and then I can go find and I can type in second. Imagine that's going to say too many things. There's only 3 instances of it. So secondary menu, and then there's Second Amendment March. So F you, fuckers. There's Michigan gun owners, the thing I wanted to copy. So even though they wouldn't let me right click over here, it's just a website. So it's just a bunch of this garbage that makes this happen. So you just go in, find the piece that you need by letting the electrics tell you where it's at. And then you don't have to be bothered with writing it in there. So Michigan open carry is who is promoting it. I can paste it up in there. And then I needed to know when it was. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you very much. Take that right out of the code. And where is it? Does it tell us where? No, not really. But we know it's at the Capitol, so we'll just close that and close all that stupid code. And now we have that little piece in there. Kind of my understanding is the reason he thinks the company didn't make it was people here thought it was off-putting that he is English. No, it's because it's a magnetic laser for 1911. And number one, 1911 people don't like lasers. They don't think they need them, and they don't respect the concept. Number two, you put it underneath of a thing that recoils, it needs to stay on. So it's trying to go in the wrong direction of force. It's not pushing, it's pulling or whatever. So anyway, it's difficult to even keep it on there. But then he also built those things back in the day before lasers were good. I mean, he might have built it well, but lasers were evolve every day, and those things were built in the old days of lasers. So anyway, you're trying to force a product onto people who aren't interested in it, and in a way that isn't necessarily solid. Like nothing about it seemed really solid. So it was basically a small market. When you go to Shark Tank or one of those shows and you look at venture capitalists, look at a potential business, and they'll say, hey, you got a great business. You can make the best Christmas cards out of anybody, but you're going to sell, Christmas cards to everybody. Everybody's going to want your Christmas cards. You're never going to have extra Christmas cards at the end of the year because you're going to sell out Christmas, at Christmas. The rest of the year, you're going to starve to death. But at Christmas, you'll do well. So, you might have the best laser for a 1911 that ever existed in the early 90s or the late 90s and the early 2000s. But in the late 90s and early 2000s, exactly 15 people in the whole country were looking for a laser for the 1911. So, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious when you think you have something that is perfect, a great solution to a problem that no one asked. It's easy to say that, not just to be blinded to the causes for the failure, but he didn't build something that people needed. He built something interesting, and then people didn't think it was interesting or didn't flock to it. That happens all the time with a lot of stuff, though. It's not like he was unique or anything. But I didn't know they failed. I figured they were still out there. But by the time, the people actually thought lasers were useful and understood them and would give them a chance, there was accessory rails. And they didn't, gun manufacturers understood or begrudgingly decided it was time and started putting accessory rails on. And then you had a format, you had a form factor that everyone agreed on. So boom, your magnetic thing, number one, won't work with them. And number two isn't necessary when they're there. But that don't mean shit. I don't only talk to successful people. It would be interesting to hear, what all happened. It's just that, in my opinion, can be done at any point. 2020 is a time when we got an election coming up that's useful. So if I'm gonna spend time doing anything, it's not gonna be looking back at history. And honestly, if I was gonna look back at history, I'd probably still talk to Berber, Jerry Baker, who helped develop the small mini revolvers with Dick Kasul, because he's still alive and I know him, and I've told him that I'm interested in those little revolvers, and he's invited me to South Dakota to look at the factory and deal with those. I think it's South Dakota or Wyoming. I think he's in Wyoming, and that's something I'd probably be much more interested in. It's a little story of the little tiny revolvers. Talking to the guy who brought them from a thing that wasn't. It was, an external cylinder stop to being an internal, almost modern little gun. The guy literally innovated something I'm super interested in. I'd probably talk to that guy, but I'm not even talking to that guy. And I know he's only got a finite amount of time that he's interested or able to talk to me. But that story, as interesting as I think it is, isn't as important as trying to get people to understand the need and the worth of efforting towards Second Amendment. So I hear you, but I don't have all kinds of time where I'm looking for things to do. All right, so I'm trying to get some of these in for another part of this. So now we have, it's not order. So now I'm going to go back to, oh shit, I have my own. Hold on, what am I doing here? I had just put in this Michigan one because I was going backwards. So then we had the San Diego one that I just put in also. I was in the middle of putting in, and that one is May 16th. So what the hell? Look at what May 16th is. May 16th is a Saturday. May 16th. And that is at 5:30 p.m. and San Diego somewhere. Then we got Colorado on 229. Got it. Got it. Michigan got it. Ohio on 425. Got it. Washington on 418. I'm coughing so much for Georgia on 425. Virginia on 217. Nebraska is not on the list. So Nebraska is on 221. Nebraska's sneaking one in. And what is 221? A Friday. Let's warm the lungs out with, so it didn't even turn into a date. This is creepy. It sounds like something's dripping water, doesn't it? It better be then. Something dripping water in here. That gives that stupid song. All right, Nebraska. Capital. So we can just do this. Capitalize that speed already, and then now with letters, with words and stuff, when you drop them like that, it doesn't change anything because it doesn't know what to do, so it doesn't try to quote unquote help you. And then according to Pat, so this is some guy named Pat said that this was happening as a comment to Brownells. So we'll say to a rally. See what happens. Nebraska Capitol rally. Facebook. 2A Capitol rally. November 5th, 2017. Probably not that one. So if I go back to my Instagrams and I type in Nebraska, there's a Nebraska site that I watch. I don't remember what their name is. What's this? Yeah, Nebraska's. Nebraska. I don't know what it is. I think it's NE something though, like NE gun owners maybe or something. I know what their logo kind of looks like. NE is Nebraska, right? Oh, there it was. NFOA official. Holy shit, I was way off. NFOA official. Rally in the whatever. State capital, February 21st. There we go. So, Nebraska, February, 21st. And I don't have a 1, so that makes sense. And what is February 21st? It is a Friday, so I don't know why it says Sunday. February 21st. Okay, so instead I'll just take this and paste it here, and then I will change this to 21 and see what happens. And then it is from 1:30 p.m. And it's not just in the state capitol, but it's in room 1113. 1113. And then that is in state capital in Nebraska is, I don't know what it is. Only one city in Nebraska, right? What is it? Omaha? I guess I don't need to look at a map. I'll just ask the stupid internet. Oh, it's Lincoln, Nebraska. Oh, you kidding me? Not gonna even paste? Okay. Nebraska. All right, good. Now what the hell? Why didn't it stick there? All right, there. Friday 21, 1:30, blah blah blah, 2A rally, and now I can link to this. And now we have a Nebraska one. Oh, I probably could have got it all out of here, dumbass. Nope, good. All right, so, oh, that's where it is. It's up there somewhere. All right, so that was Nebraska. Now we got North Carolina on February 15th. We got New York on 6/2. We got that, and then we got Texas on 6/27. Okay. Over here, got another page of them. We got Kentucky done, Santa Fe done, Phoenix going, Utah done, Iowa 27th. Yes. Kansas on the 17th. Yes. Illinois on the 1st. Ohio on the 4th is gone. 314 in New Hampshire. Yes. Florida 123. Already happened. East, and then in there 1, 1 and 23. So we got Florida, Rhode Island, also on the same day. Washington on the 17th. 17. Michigan on the 20th. Oh, let's put it here and then change this to a 20. Virginia was on the 20th also. And then we had California also on the 20th. Kentucky is not on this list. That's on my list there. Go back to this one. And we have Kentucky on 131. And then New Mexico. It's also on 131. Duh. Went to that one. All right. So now that was all the February or all the January ones. So we got Washington on 117. We got California on 20. We got Michigan on 20. We got Virginia on 20. We got Florida on 23. We got Rhode Island on 23. Kentucky on 31. New Mexico, Utah on there. Arizona. Gary's out there. Gary, you've got a 2A rally coming up on Monday the 17th, this Monday from 12 to 1:30 in Topeka. I don't have any idea how close that is to you, though. Oh, and then a Harrisburg, Pennsylvania one that we don't know about, potentially on 6/8. 6/8, June. So this, go down here, up. All right, now let's see if we can find this. Did we already look for the Pennsylvania one on June 8th? Pennsylvania Second Amendment Rally on June 8th, 2020. Yep, right there. That one's easy, 2arally.com. Damn, couldn't it be any easier? $10 a.m. So 6/8. And then this one's called Dusty Fingers. I play this one all the time. And that was in Harrisburg. Gathering, and this will be Pennsylvania every year in Harrisburg. I guess it's at the Capitol, I'm gonna assume. State Capitol. Right. Very cool. So that's the Pennsylvania one I was questioned about. So that's everyone that I knew about up until now. And it looks like everyone that we know about online knew about. Well, I wonder if that's screwing with me. I keep dropping shit on this keyboard, and this keyboard's connected to this laptop. So how I quit dropping shit on this keyboard? All right, now the next step is even funner, I think. All right, so now you take no window over here, and you go like this over here. Nope, not like that, not like that, not like that. You go like this. Close that back up. Go like this. There. That. They changed the map icon on me. Now it looks stupid. All right, so now we'll take this one and get it out of here. We'll take this one and get it out of here. You people can stay here. This we'll put here, and this. What the hell's going on? This we'll put on the edge. All right. So now we'll say directions. We'll start in Tucson, and then we'll end in Tucson. That's easy. Oh, they couldn't calculate times? Amazing. Assholes. So what? I got to pick something else, I guess. So can't go to Salt Lake. That already happened. So the next one would be Topeka, Kansas. And now we'll keep adding destinations. So Tucson. And we'll add a destination again. And it'll be Charleston, West Virginia. Paste. And we'll move Tucson down. And then we'll go to Lincoln, Nebraska. Copy. Paste. And then we'll go to Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines. Sorry, it's pronounced Des Moines. And then to Loveland, Colorado. And then to Concord, New Hampshire. Oops, copy. And then Springfield, Illinois. Then to Olympia, Washington. Washington, as it's sometimes pronounced. St. Paul, Minnesota. No more destinations. So it would leave me in St. Paul, Minnesota, and that would have me driving 11,000 miles. Looks pretty good though. 160 hours worth of driving. So you'd like haul ass back, haul ass back, haul ass back, haul ass back. That's some crazy driving. This is what it looks like when a 9mm driver needs somebody that shoots 9mm needs to go on a road trip. They're like, oh, I got here. Oh, I forgot something. And then they go back to the wrong place. And then they're like, oh, I don't know where I am. And then they drive all the way across the continent. Oh, and then they drive back. And then they drive all the way over here. And then they drive over here. And then they get scared and quit driving. Switch to a decent caliber and get a map. All right. So then, because of the weakness of Google Maps, you can't do more than this. So let's see. That would be if you tried to do, I guess you'd have to then start a new map. That's the way to do it, right? And then just continue on and then add the two maps together. Maybe that's the way to do it. So where did we leave off? St. Paul? St. Paul, Nebraska? Where the hell would I go? Why would I be typing in St. Paul, Nebraska? Stupid. I just got done typing in St. Paul, Minnesota on this tab. And they're like, oh, did you mean St. Paul, Nebraska? So let's go to Sunspots by Jeremy Blake. All right, so we were in St. Paul's, and now we're going to Lincolnton, Georgia. I feel like somebody misunderstood what they should have named the sign or something, and then they just stuck with it. Lincolnton. I'm going to go to Symington, Townville. I'm going to go to Symington, Townville. And now we're going to go to Columbuston, Ohio. So copy that. Paste. I don't think you could get to all of these, actually. Dang it. Some of these I have to decide one or the other because they're on the same dates. So it's not really realistic to go to all of these. Unfortunately, it's not realistic to go to every single 2A rally, I guess. Turns out it's not realistic to go to every single one. You could probably fly. Yeah, most of these are only 2 hours, so you couldn't even get to 2 in one day. So I'll go in and surgically remove a couple, and then that'll make it doable. There we go. Harrisburg. Oh, this is looking really good. And then Houston. Thing is, we don't know when Houston is. We just don't know where it is. Okay, so then that's about it. And then you got till September before Michigan. Nobody wants to go to Michigan's anyway. So 8,000 miles plus 10,000. So just 18,000 miles. But let's get rid of a couple here. So going from Arizona, there's literally 2 I have to remove. That's it. So whenever I went from North Carolina, where the hell is North Carolina? Oh, I can't go to North. So I go from Phoenix to Kansas. That's doable. I can't also be in West Virginia the same day. So I'm going to have to remove West Virginia. Sorry, West Virginia. Boom. That takes it down to only 9,000 miles. So I basically can do this trip easily now. So then that's going from Kansas to Nebraska. Who the hell can't go from Kansas to Nebraska? Literally, that's nothing. It's literally the same state. And then from Kansas to Nebraska, and then Nebraska to Iowa. That's like going from one suburb to another suburb. That's like just a bunch of suburbs of farms. So that's easy. That would be like going on vacation. That would just be vacationing in the wheat belt. A lot of people do that. And then from Iowa to Colorado, all of that is easy. None of that's difficult. And then from Colorado to New Hampshire, all right, that's a drive. But this little love fest of Farmville, this is easy. Look at all these are real close to each other. Then zoom over to Colorado, all the way over here. Somebody just buy something? Oh shit, somebody bought something. Unfortunately, it's 12:06, so there's nothing free with this order. Nothing. All right, you can have one free thing. Now you can have as many free things as you want. Thanks for ordering. I don't know if you saw, there's a post over here on the Instagrams. I use the Instagrams occasionally for stuff. Click on it and then scroll down a little ways. Boom. And then I'll grab you this link. I don't know if you are out here or not, but if you are, feel free to grab something. A lot of these are gone, but some of them ain't. We were going through them earlier in the 5-hour show, 6-hour show. Some of these were worth some money, but the $50 ones I think are gone. Some of the others ain't though, so feel free to grab anything off of that list or anything you might have seen from the videos and stuff. I've got the stuff right over here. I can go look and see if we've got it. All right, where were we? We were having this farm fest, and then we went to New Hampshire. That would be shitty. Driving from Colorado. I wonder which way it has you go. Oh, it obviously has you go the north way. So you leave, you go to Des Moines again, Des Moines, and then you go across through Chicago. Does it have you literally go into Michigan? No. Okay, so there's some road that goes. Wait. Wow, there's a road that goes just near Michigan, but doesn't let you actually go into Michigan. But I'd probably go say hey to Patriot right there. Then I'd go past Cleveland, and this would be an interesting one. I've been wanting to go past Cleveland to hang out. I've been to the other lakes, so I haven't been to Erie or Ontario that I'm aware of. So I could go there. Oh shit, I could go to Niagara Falls. I've only heard of that place before. I hear they make electrics there. And then I could go across shitty New York, and then I'd be in shitty Vermont. Oh no, I'd be in Vermont. I don't know if I've been to Vermont. And then I'd be in New Hampshire. I'd go there for a 10 a.m. No, wait, when is this one? A 2-hour. So I wonder how long that drive is from Colorado to New Hampshire. So I would go there for 2 hours, and then I would leave. Now I would have 2 weeks to get there. So this would totally be a shit ton of, there's like museums. Holy shit, would that be awesome? Because I could literally hit a ton of museums up in that area. I couldn't bring any guns. I'd have to leave my guns somewhere and then go check out a shit ton of museums for 2 weeks, go to New Hampshire, then go to Springfield, Illinois, see the eye gold. You know, this eye gold everybody talks about. Then it's booked from eye gold on the 1st. Oh shit, I just moved the map. Can you undo on a map? Oh shit, I fucked up. So I need to change this to Springfield, Illinois again. Did you mean Springfield, Massachusetts? No. Fuckers, I meant the one I took it off of. How about Springfield, Illinois? The big Springfield that is the capital of a state and not just some city in a state? Did you mean every other Springfield? Or the one that was in here before that you just changed it from? Holy moly, they're gonna make me type the whole damn thing. Oh, Springfield, Illinois, the one that was there a minute ago. Stupid Google. It doesn't like it when you know more than it, and I know more than stupid Google. All right, so that would be a neat trip going from Springfield to Olympia, Washington. Get you to go across South Dakota. Yeah, yeah, this you'd see what's its face and the four friends, and then that other place from Close Encounters. That's right here, somewhere in here. So I could, oh yeah, Sturgis. There's Sturgis, so I could go there. Not when Sturgis is happening, and then go across Montana again. I've driven this drive before. Go across that little part of Idaho. Been there before, a long time ago, and then go to Washington. Then say fuck it and go across the whole top of the country, which I drove the last time, except there was a bunch of snowstorm this whole drive. I drove all the way from St. Paul, this whole drive to this part of Montana where you drop down into Wyoming. I drove this whole thing in a snowstorm pretty much. So that'd be neat to drive that again and hopefully not be in a snowstorm. Then I would be in Minnesota. And then we would have to flip over to the other map. So I can add another destination now. And I'm going to add. So it's either Georgia or Ohio. So you got from the 18th to the 25th to either go to Georgia, way the hell down, or Ohio. So let's see what they've got us doing. They had us going from St. Paul to Georgia and then Ohio, which you can't do on the same day. Oh, no, wait a minute. These are on the same day. Dun, dun, dun. You can't do these two together. All right, so yeah, you can do that. You never even picked them from before. You're talking about the one with the links in it from a long, long time ago before SHOT Show? Yes. But there's other stuff besides that Instagram pic, like the videos and stuff. All right, so that was Washington and Minnesota can't be together. All right, so I guess I'd be going from Washington State. I have to get rid of Minnesota. That sucks. So now it's either go from Washington to Georgia or go to Ohio. And then the next thing is like a month away, so it doesn't even matter. This is literally the last thing on the route. And this one had you go from Georgia to Ohio, which isn't possible because they're the same. But it had you going from Minnesota to Georgia. That doesn't matter either. All right, so I think I can put them all on one map, it turns out. I don't know. I don't know if I should go to Georgia or Ohio. I've already been all around the Midwest, so let's say Georgia. Let's go to this fake town, Lincoln Town, New Georgia. All right, now I'm in Lincoln Town, Georgia. And then after Lincoln Town, Georgia, you got Columbus, Ohio on the same day, which I would not be going to. Then you wouldn't have nothing till San Diego. So then I can type in Tucson and just go home. So you could go to every possible 2A rally. You would end up going to Arizona. Where's this? How the hell do I get this back over here? Okay, so you'd go to, I can get rid of this now, and I can get rid of this now. You could go to Arizona. You can't go to North Carolina at the same time. So then Kansas. And you can't go to West Virginia at the same time. So then Nebraska. And then Iowa. Then Colorado. Yep. And then the New Hampshire one is where you get all the miles. So you could probably take that out if you wanted to be practical, but then that would be boring and no fun because you could hit a lot of museums and gun shops because that's like a month. February 29th, you got till the middle of March, and then you got till the 1st of April. So that's a long time to fuck around in New Hampshire or in the East. Then you got Illinois. Then you got Washington. Then you book down to fucking Georgia. How fucking crazy is that? And that would be in April. So that's shitty? It's probably not even shitty yet. And then you go home from Georgia because you can't go to Ohio at the same time. And then you could go to California in May. and then go do these June ones as a separate trip potentially. Wow, so that's a long time. So that would be leaving on February 15th and coming home sometime, however long it takes you to get home from Georgia. So Georgia, this last route here, Fake Town, Georgia to Tucson is 27 hours, 2,000 miles. So that's 24 hours. Realistically, that's like 3 or 4 days. So that would be the 25th. It'd be like the 30th of April. So that would be from February 1st till April 30th. And then you go February 2, and you go February 3, and then what did I say? April 30th. So if you just do this on a spreadsheet and then pull, it should give me, February. We have the 29th this year, and then down. What did I say? April 30th? Yep. That's crazy. April 30th. So I can delete these days. So it would be approximately this many days. How many fucking days is that? See, the stupid spreadsheet doesn't tell me how many I've got. Maybe it does. Count 90. 90? 30 to 128. Wow, 90 days. I can't even imagine. What is 90 times 75 bucks? You can say equals this times this equals. That's $7,000 in hotel rooms. This is how many miles? Back 12,000 miles. Oops, back. So this is days. Miles. What did I say? 12,000? It's always good to say 14,000 because you're going to drive around a little bit more than that. Let's see. Let's do this on a thing. Calculator here. So if I do 14,000 miles, let's say I get 14 miles to the gallon. Then obviously that would be 1,000 gallons. And then the average price might be $3. So that's like $3,000 in gas, depending on the time of year. And then that's 1,000. That's a dollar sign. So now you're talking $9,000 in just hotel and gas, and then 90 days worth of food. What does it cost to eat? $10 a day. So there's another couple of thousand, 2,000 for the food. And I'm probably missing a couple of things like paying bills and stuff. So another $4,000. No, 60 days. Shit, $6,000 in bills. And that's adding up. So now you hit this, and then you hit sum, which is this, and then you give it this parameter, and you hit enter. It costs about 20 grand to hit every 2A thing. Something like that. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe you'd break a marriage. I don't know. Being gone for 90 days in the middle of the year? I don't know. Maybe not. Welcome to Ohio. We have corn. What kind of corn? Is it the kind from cows, or is it the kind for humans? Human corn's pretty good. Cow corn, not interested. All right. Well, now we've theoretically mapped out. We could close this one because this is a bullshit map we don't need, right? Yes. And we have this map. This is what it. Oh, I ruined it. Before I ruined it, which one did I ruin? Tucson to Kansas. Somehow I screwed up and we got up into Somehow I click to remove. Okay. Okay, now I got rid of it. We're back to 12,000. So that's what it would look like if I tried to go check out each 2A rally that we know of right now. It would look a little different if somebody else went to them. But they'd have to start in Tucson, or where's the other one this weekend? They'd have to either start in Tucson or North Carolina. So it'd either be here or over here. And then they'd have to do quite a bit of driving. It's the Olympia and the New Hampshire that really are the worst. It looks like somebody could do Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and Kansas, especially anybody that lived in Missouri. I wonder if they have one. Oh, and then there are a couple others. There's ones that I couldn't hit because they were the same dates as other ones I'm hitting, right? All right, well, I'm super tired. That's enough. I've been chatting for like 7 hours today. So thanks to the people that bought stuff. I don't know if Clover's gonna, you can just email me or whatever if you want, for whatever you want off of there. Like say, check out the videos too, with more pictures. I might have, shit, I feel like I took some big ass pictures. Maybe on Patreon. Oh, I think on Patreon, maybe I took some pictures that were like bigger. So there's a ton of stuff gone, but whatever's not gone is you're welcome to it. And with that, I am going to shut it down and quit broadcasting. Thanks everybody for showing up and being part of the show. And we'll pick you up later.